Franklin TV Sports presents Franklin High School Boys Playoff Soccer. Tonight, from beautiful Piscini Stadium on the campus of Franklin High in Franklin, Mass., the Panthers, the number 10 seed in the tournament, take on the Attleboro team, who is the number 23 seed in the tournament. Hi, neighbors, and welcome to our telecast. I'm Pete Royce. Our producer, our director, our camera operator tonight is Chris Leverone. Well, what can you say about the matchup of these two teams? So even. They've played twice in the regular season in the Hockomock League, and both times ended in a tie. The first one 0-0 and the second one 1-1. Franklin went behind in that second game 1-0 and came back to score one to actually tie the game, and it ended 1-1. So both teams, their records very similar. Franklin 13-0-5. They entered the Hawk 11-0-5. Attleboro 14-1-4. They entered the Hawk 11-1-4. That's a 1-point differential for the Franklin High Panthers in the Hockomock League. They took the Hawk by 1 point. And here, Franklin has a higher seed, the 10 versus 23, but Attleboro has given them so much trouble. Talking to Coach Fran Bositis before the game, he said that they're a real good team, and it's hard to score against them, especially their goalkeeper, Tyler Rocchio. So for the Panthers, talking to the coach Attleboro, Peter Pereira, he said one goal might win it tonight. And that's certainly true. Take a look at the starting lineups for Attleboro. Tyler Rocchio, a senior goalkeeper. Joshua Codella, a senior defender. Jaden Beland, a freshman defender. Luke Hagopian, he's a great player, a senior midfielder. Mason Preve, a freshman midfielder. Nicholas Tikas, a senior forward. Clayton Tyler, a senior forward. William Badger, he got the goal to win the game in their last game against Springfield Central to get to this game. He's a senior midfielder. Zachary Diffendorfer, a senior defender. Kyle Neuendorf, a senior midfielder. And Coven Jimmy Thomas, a sophomore forward. For Franklin, they will start in goal. Paxton Rosen, a senior. Noah Kane, a senior midfielder. Matt Honekamp, a junior midfield forward defender. Andrew O'Neill, the captain, the senior forward. Wyatt Herndon, a junior forward. Garrett Scagliarini, a junior forward. Bradley Herndon, a senior defender midfielder. Owen Municello, a senior back. Rex Sinelli, captain senior defender. Hansi Jakes, a senior forward. And Sean O'Leary, a senior defender. The officials for today's game are Mike Gulla and Drew Brownsword. This should be a dandy. Franklin and Attleboro for the third time this season. The winner will move on and play against the winner of Newton North versus St. John's of Shrewsbury. Newton North, a 7 seed, and St. John's, a 26 seed. St. John's knocked Franklin out of the tournament last year. Good crowd is on hand as they're all rising here, and they're about to be listening to the national anthem. Will be sung by Franklin senior Brandy Dumas.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
There you have it. Brandy Dumas, a senior at Franklin, with the national anthem, and we're ready to go. Franklin and Attleboro for the third time this season. This is the round of 32. The Sweet 16 awaits. Earlier today, Franklin girls defeated Westford to move on to their Sweet 16 game, and that will be against Algonquin. The Panthers took it earlier today. Hopefully you saw the game on Franklin TV. That score was 6-0. But here we go with the boys' side. And we mentioned the starting lineup. Franklin coached by longtime coach Fran Bositis. This is a matchup of two veteran coaches. Bositis for Franklin in his 53rd year. For Attleboro, Big Blue, Peter Pereira. He's a graduate of Attleboro. He's in his 44th year. Tremendous coaching on both sides of the field here tonight as we get ready to lift this off. 2 40-minute periods. If the game is tied after regulation, there'll be no tie tonight. This will not be the third tie of the season. We'll go to a golden goal situation with 2 10-minute periods. The first goal wins, sudden victory. If nothing happens after the first 2 10-minute periods, we'll go to a shootout with 5 players. If it's not a determined winner there, we'll go to a shootout with each team getting an equal chance. The first goal wins in the third round of the shootout. But that's way down the future. But I'll tell you, it could come to that because these two teams have played twice, and the first time was 0-0, the next time 1-1. Attleboro in the traveling white with blue shorts, white socks, blue numerals. Franklin with the home blue with white trim and white numerals, kind of a light powdery blue trim as well with the white numerals. So here we go, the round of 32. The winner moves on to play against either Newton North or St. John's of Shrewsbury. We're underway, and Attleboro has it. In goal for Franklin, Paxton Rosen. Franklin does not have its usual backup goalkeeper available tonight. Jack Perlman, he is out. Out with an illness, and now Franklin tries to steal it back, but Attleboro keeps it in. A good crowd. This is probably one of the biggest crowds I've seen on hand at Piscini Stadium in my 8 years doing Franklin High soccer. Franklin Bradley Herndon with it for the Panthers. He gets one over midfield for the first time. Now chipped forward on the right wing. Aiming for it is Wyatt Herndon. He's got good speed. He's got the control. He's working it through. Wyatt Herndon maneuvering. He's going to slow it up. And now the boot there by Bradley Herndon is wide. It comes out to a Panther who couldn't get a good leg on it. And the ball is going to be kept in bounds on the far side. A lot of physical play. The ball's going to roll out, and I think it'll be going back to the Panthers. Again, the officials, Mike Gulla and Drew Brownsword. This is Bradley Herndon. Franklin leaves it for Herndon. He can't get to it, and the ball will roll out. A throw-in coming for Big Blue. Too deep on the throw-in. Controlled by Sean O'Leary. Kick back, and it's going to be chased down by O'Leary. And he'll boom it back towards midfield. Taken there by Noah Kane. Can't get it going. All the action midfield. Sent forward there by Herndon, and the goalkeeper, Rocchio, comes out and blasts one to midfield and beyond. Throw-in coming for the Panthers. Just underway here from Piscini Stadium. 46 degrees. Cold night. Rolls up on Rocchio. He'll gather it in. So Rosen in goal for Franklin. Does not have his backup available to him. Coach Bositis looking for Rosen to go the distance in goal. Chipped forward. Settled down, and Bradley Herndon kicks it forward. Jakes tries to get to it. He's got that great speed. He's chasing it down, but is controlled there by Mason Preve. Back over to Wyatt Herndon. Noah Kane chips it forward off a back of a Attleboro player. Kane battles for it. It's going to be taken back by Attleboro. And what's going to be the call here? Is it going to be a corner? Franklin wins the corner. How about that? And Noah Kane will insert it for the Panthers. The first corner of the game. In front, the save there. And it's now cleared by Big Blue. Chasing it back is, no, it's going to be cleared by Attleboro. And they're going to take it down on the right wing. This is Clayton Tyler. Tyler passes it up, back to Tyler. He controls, he's double teamed, still gets it through. Attleboro controlling at the front third. Now the Panthers get it, but it's taken back by Attleboro. Back and forth we go. This is Isa Mariko in front, going through. Ball on the back line is going to be out of bounds, and a goal kick coming for Paxton Rosen of the Franklin High Panthers. Just underway. 4 minutes in, no score. This should be a dandy. Paxton Rosen will tee it up in his right crease. Off the right side, he kicks it deep beyond midfield. And it's chipped by O'Neill, but not very far. Controlled back by the Panthers. They take it across midfield, a sliding tackle defense there by Attleboro. This is such an even game. Franklin, Honekamp drops it back for Bradley Herndon. He slows things down. For Kane, back to Herndon. Bradley holding, maneuvering, across the field it comes. Hesitation move there. Ball in front for Hansi Jakes, too far, and it's going to go past the end line, and a goal kick coming for Tyler Rocchio. Coach Basitis told me before the game he has a high praise for Tyler Rocchio, the Attleboro goalkeeper. He's glad he's finally a senior. And here's Tyler, the left-footed boot, beyond midfield. Taken back by Franklin. Owen Municello in on the action, wins the ball for the Panthers. In the corner, comes down too far there. It's going to go out of bounds. And let's see, it's going to be a throw-in coming for Franklin. They'll get the throw in. Here it comes. Jakes right in front. It's headed out by Attleboro. Franklin keeps it in. The long boot there. It's just over the crossbar on the long boot by, I believe, Matt Honekamp. That caused Rocchio to jump. It's 8 feet to the crossbar of the cage, and that ball went about 8.5 feet, half a foot over the cage. Rocchio did not tip it, but it was just a little bit too high. Good look, I believe, by Honekamp. And here's Rocchio again with that strong left leg. Headed back by the Panthers. Nice header by O'Neill. Taken back by Joshua Codella. On the right wing, throw in coming for Big Blue of Attleboro. What close records. Franklin 13-0-5. Attleboro 14-1-4. Franklin has not lost a game this year. They've had 5 ties. Attleboro 1 loss and 4 ties. That's how close it's been. Ball comes out. O'Neill settles it for the Panthers. Good control by Andrew O'Neill. For Bradley Herndon, now to Wyatt Herndon. Wyatt looking for Jakes, can't find him. Kicked sideways by Tychus. And O'Neill takes it back for the Panthers. And too strong for Hansi Jakes on the right wing. The throw-in coming for Attleboro High School. Ball's going to roll out of bounds. Another throw-in coming for Big Blue. They're looking for a Cordovan Jimmy Thomas. He is a huge figure out on that field. His kick is blocked. Jumping for it is Neuendorf, and a foul is called on Neuendorf, and Franklin will have a free positional kick inside the 40-yard line. See if Kane is going to take it. It's a free kick for the Panthers. Here comes Kane. He's sending it in. It's blocked, though. And Attleboro tries to get it out of there, and they do to midfield. Honekamp stops it, sends it over to Jakes. Hansi gets through the defense. Jakes with a nice touch. It's kicked out by Attleboro. They're going to say off of Jakes. Throw in coming for Big Blue. Franklin, though, right on it. Kane going through with it. Picked up in there by Luke Hagopian. What games he's had against Franklin. Hagopian pressured there by Bradley Herndon. Hagopian controls. Gets it up to Neuendorf, back to Hagopian, back to Neuendorf. His ball goes through, but O'Leary is there for Franklin. That big, strong line of Franklin. Rex Sinelli, Sean O'Leary, and Bradley Herndon. Tremendous three back there. Franklin's going to chase it down on the far side. It's cleared out by Attleboro. They're trying to control. Coach Pereira told me, he said, yeah, we're good, but he said Franklin is excellent, and maybe they have a little bit more than we do in terms of overall talent. But he said that's why we play the game, and one goal tonight could win it. Over on the far side, it goes too strong. It's going to be rolled out, and I think they're going to give the ball to Attleboro. Two veteran coaches, Fran Bositis, 53rd year, Peter Pereira, 44th year. Ball to midfield, a big contact there, and the foul is going to be on Coven Jimmy Thomas. He is huge out there. Franklin will have the free hit. They're going to go low and short side and take it upfield. To the corner, driven out. Franklin will have it further upfield. Over 10 minutes gone in this first half. No score. Not unusual. It's the third meeting of these two teams. 0-0 the first game, 1-1 the next game. Throw-in coming for Jakes. In front, hit around and cleared by Attleboro. Franklin, Municello takes it back. Owen to Jakes. Hansi, good control. Jakes still controlling it, centers it up for Kane. Now back to Bradley Herndon. He's going to unload. Going strong in the pick out of the air by Tyler Rocchio, and he's going to boom one quickly. Ball is heading out of bounds, and Franklin will have the throw, and Bradley Herndon in front of us. So glad you're with us, fans, here on Franklin TV and streaming worldwide on YouTube. Intercepted, kept in now by the Panthers, and now cleared by Jalen Beland. Franklin back for it. Two physical teams going at it. Wyatt Herndon gets it over to Noah Kane in the corner. Kane centering ball. It to Jakes. He shoots in the score. Jakes in the score. Jakes with the centering pass. And I believe it was, we'll check it in a minute. I believe it was Michael Fernandez-Martin. Franklin 1-0. I believe that was Michael Fernandez-Martin. Is that all right? We'll check in on that. It was either that or Wyatt Herndon. I'm not sure about that goal. I thought maybe it was 18, but I'm not sure. Well, in any event, Franklin is on the board. They lead it 1-0 at 28-27. It was either Michael Fernandez-Martin or Wyatt Herndon. I thought it was Martin, but nonetheless, the important thing is the goal. Franklin leads it 1-0. So already Franklin they're tied for the most goals that they've scored against this team. And Attleboro has only scored one against Franklin in this the third game between the two teams. So even it's been. Franklin with the early lead. Neuendorf tries to clear it, cannot. But the ball was set up beautifully by Hansi Jakes. Franklin keeps it in. This is Kane. Noah back out to the Panthers. Back for Kane. Right wing for Bradley Herndon. O'Neal. Herndon charges through with it. Herndon still dribbling it. Herndon still going. His centering ball is in. It gets through. It gets through the crease. And now the blast there by Michael Fernandez Martin is wide and high. And the ball will come back on the goal kick to Franklin. Franklin 1-0. Goal comes with 28:27 to go. We believe it was Michael Fernandez Martin. Beautiful passing by the Panthers here tonight. Their midfield play has been outstanding. Goal kick coming for Tyler Rocchio. Neither team has scored 2 goals against this opponent on the season yet. Rocchio to midfield. Now beyond. Hagopian controlling it, and he kicks it out on a nice play. Coming back to make the play was Gianni Pasva Kavamwa. Back to Gianni. Luke Hagopian chips it forward. Kane and Honekamp team up to send it beyond midfield. Now with it is Joshua Codella. Ball sent in, headed back by O'Leary for Franklin to Hansi Jakes. He's got an assist tonight. Play on, high looper beyond midfield. Covered by Attleboro. Too strong and controlled back by Rex Sinelli to Gianni. Headed around, Hagopian gets a leg on it, back to Hagopian. He sends one up the left wing. Sinelli, the MVP in the Hawk, is going to chase it down. And he's going to box out with it, and he has to kick it out. This could be a corner. A rare mistake by Sinelli. He kicked it past his own back line. A corner kick coming for Big Blue with 25:17 to go. They set up the wall in front of the goal. The in-swing coming up. Attleboro subs a player in. And now, here we go with the goal kick, of the corner kick. It's deep, it's through, it's loose, it's past the end line, and Franklin will have a goal kick coming the other way. So Franklin wards off the corner, and it stays 1-0 Panthers with 24:46 to go in the first half. Earlier today, Franklin girls advanced to the to the Sweet 16 with a 6-0 win over Westford Academy. Panthers start out deep on their own end. Gianni to midfield. Sinelli to that back line. Bradley Herndon unleashes one on the right wing. Chasing it down is Garrett Scagliarini. He's going to center the ball. It comes through and is blocked and now kicked towards the sideline, kept in by Hagopian, who now kicks it out. Franklin will have the throw in. 16 minutes gone, 1-0 Franklin. Hansi Jakes will have the honors. Two hopper to Kane. His left-footed boot rolls in, misfires, a little bit off target. And Rocchio picks up the roller. Tyler Rocchio, senior goalkeeper. Strong leg. Scagliarini steals it at midfield to Gianni. He looked like he was tackled, but no call on the play. And now Franklin will sub out. Jakes will come out for Coach Fran Bositis. Try to identify the new player on the field for Franklin. Throw in. Attleboro comes back for it, but Franklin controls. Honekamp circles back to Sinelli for Bradley Herndon. Bradley comes through. Gianni tips it to Kane and is cleared out to the bleachers by Mason Preve. But it's off a Panther. Throw in coming. Sinelli blocks it with his head. Back to Hagopian. He's going to run up with a throw in. Luke with a long throw in. It's blocked by Honekamp, and Gianni Pazva Kavamwa with it for Franklin. Back for Gianni. He chips it on the left wing for Wyatt Herndon. Wyatt chips it forward. Gianni gets through him. Kane tries to get to it, cannot, and it's cleared and now sent over on the right side by Neuendorf. Franklin hustles back for it, and it's settled down by big Coven Jimmy Thomas. 1-0 Franklin. Excellent crowd on hand here. Huge crowd on hand from Piscini Stadium. They're bundled up, but they're here. Attleboro with a good contingent as well. Scagliarini on the left side gets through. Now it's sent out and kicked out of bounds. Again, the officials Mike Gula and Drew Brownswood. 21:33 to go in the first half. Throw in. Gets to a Panther. It's loose in front. Cleared out by Attleboro. Franklin, though, Herndon with it. Bradley left leg. It gets blocked. Chipped in. Blocked again. Now it's cleared out towards midfield. And now beyond midfield. And Sinelli gathers it in for Franklin. Rex Sinelli sends one for Gianni. He gets it on the right shoulder. Settled by Hagopian for Thomas. Back to Hagopian on the give and go. And Sinelli is going to kick it. And it's going to be off of Sinelli. Throw in coming for Hagopian. For Thomas. Thomas, a sophomore. He is huge. Sinelli with the long header. Kicked back in there by Mason Preve. Battling for it was O'Neill. Franklin wins the ball. Kane, he's locked up. Kicks it out. And it's going to be Franklin with the ball. Sub coming as going out is Andrew O'Neill for Coach Fran Bositis. Throw in coming for Bradley Herndon. Michael Fernandez Martin for Sean O'Leary. Franklin sends one in looking for Gianni. Couldn't connect. It's blocked. These two teams are so sound in all facets of the game. The header there by Michael Fernandez Martin. And an offside called against Franklin. We're under 20 minutes to go here in the first half. 1-0 Franklin. Coming out deep is Tyler Rocchio. He's looking to really send one upfield. Ball at his 30. Rocchio drives it deep, right in front, all the way through. Kicked high by Franklin. Takes a Attleboro roll, and now Gianni Pazva Kavamwa sends it towards midfield. Coming through. Attleboro, they got position here. Coming in alone, and the offside called against Attleboro. Wow, that would have been a look. But I think Rosen saw that it was offside, and he didn't get too excited back there in goal for Franklin. Under 19 to go here in the first half. The winner moves on to the Sweet 16 round. Here's Bradley Herndon. Noah Kane. Kane ping-pongs the ball around, controlled by Attleboro. This is Luke Hagopian, the senior. For Thomas. Back kick for Hagopian. Sinelli will turn it around for Gianni. He settles it down. Chases it back. Gianni for Kane. Can't get to it. And it's going to be kicked in to Bradley Herndon. for Michael Fernandez Martin. The ball rolls up all the way. It's a save by Tyler Rocchio. 18 minutes to go in the half. A long high kick by Rocchio. And now chip forward. Sinelli back there. He's going to kick it out of bounds. Sinelli into the bleachers on the near side, which are almost full here tonight. Well, I shouldn't say almost full, but there's huge crowds, and the track is lined on the near side as well. Wonderful crowd here at the stadium. The ball is thrown in front. Good throw in. Franklin boxing it out. Can't clear it. Attleboro keeps it into Hagopian. Gianni tries to steal it, but is kept in by Attleboro. They're going to go deep. The shot on goal. It's tipped over the goal on a great save by Paxton Rosen. That was ticketed for the crossbar. And Rosen with the save, but it should be a corner kick here coming for Attleboro. But it's all Rosen could do was tip it. Here's the corner for Attleboro trying to tie the game. Here they come, left-footed boot. It's curling in front and sent out by Franklin. Kept in by Attleboro. This is played now by Jalen Beland. Franklin clears it towards midfield, relieves some of the pressure. Back there for Attleboro is Zachary Diffendorfer. On the right wing, ball stops. Attleboro controls. Kane can't get to it. Ball is going to be hustled for and boxing out. Good, beautifully there is a Panther to win the ball in the goal kick for Franklin with 16 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the fast-moving first half. Pete Royce with you. Chris Leverone, our producer and our director here, our camera operator tonight. Over to Bradley Herndon. Herndon up the right side. It's intercepted by Kyle Neuendorf. Back for James. Good give and go to Hagopian. A sliding tackle there by Bradley Herndon. The ball is kicked out. It'll be a throw-in coming for Attleboro. The throw-in coming towards goal, headed out by the Panthers. Gianni fans on the shot and kept in by Attleboro. Now Gianni scoots around the corner, and it's going to be back to Hagopian. Here's his quick throw-in, right in on goal. It's in front and kicked out of there by Herndon. Settled down now by Zachary Diffendorfer. He sends one forward, back kick by Kane. Franklin keeps it in, advancing the ball beyond midfield. Franklin flying up the left sideline. Great control here by Franklin. Wyatt Herndon finding the ball goes out of bounds. See, they're going to award it to the Panthers on the throw-in. And here they come, right in front, and the ball is rolled up. A long blast there, but it rolled in an easy save for Rocchio on the shot there by Franklin. Here's the long boot by Rocchio. Kicked forward. Tended for Gianni. It's blocked and knocked down. Be a throw-in coming for the Panthers with 14:35 to go in the half. Franklin holding on 1-0. They scored with 28:27 to go in the half. Throw-in coming for Bradley Herndon. He's going to leave it for Hansi Jakes, who has the ability to heave it a long distance with those two long arms that he has. Jakes will run up and unleash it. It's partially blocked, now kept in by Franklin. Back to Jakes, he couldn't get to it, and the ball will go over to Attleboro. Under 14 minutes to go in the first half. Franklin 1, Attleboro no score. This is Franklin's O'Neill for Jakes, and it's out, and the ball will go back to Big Blue of Attleboro. Goal kick for Rocchio. And here he is. That strong leg headed back by Franklin. O'Leary. High kick headed back by Attleboro. Franklin keeps it into Wyatt Herndon. Herndon with that great speed, couldn't showcase it there, loses the ball, throw in coming for Attleboro. 1-0, Franklin leads. First two games were ties between these two Hockomock rivals. Franklin has 12 shutouts on the season. Ball is deflected. Attleboro 10 shutouts. Those are shutout wins. And both teams have had a shutout tie. Franklin has had 2 of them. Attleboro 1. That's how even these two teams have been all season long in the Hawk. And they're meeting now in the round of 32. O'Leary tries to clear it, and he does. He dives forward and sends one deep. Jakes wants to get to it, and the ball is kicked out by Attleboro before Jakes could get a good leg on it. Coming up on 12 minutes to go in the half. It's rolled up to Rocky. He has to kick it. Back to Rocchio. Franklin with some offensive pressure. Long boot by Attleboro. Headed back by Garrett Scagliarini. Throw in coming for Attleboro. Hagopian, he's got a good release. Finds a target there. A good play, and the boot is kicked back by Franklin. And kicked out of bounds. They're going to give the ball, let's see, to Attleboro. Near midfield. Give and go for Hagopian, but Jakes messes it up. Hagopian quickly on it, throws it in front. Headed back out, Scagliarini chips it forward. Nice pass on the left wing for Wyatt Herndon. Back and forth we go at midfield. Franklin falls down on the attempted pass, and Attleboro will kick it all the way back to Rocchio. That went from nearly midfield. Rocchio had to get by him, and he just kicks it out. That would have been something. A pass almost got by him. Herndon keeps it in for Jakes. A lot of spin on it, and Attleboro sends it out, and is kicked out by Bradley Herndon. Rather Sean O'Leary for Bradley Herndon now. With 10:34 to go in the half. Franklin 1, Attleboro no score. Herndon, a long throw in. Gets over the head of Jakes. Controlled by Franklin. Good move there by O'Neill. O'Neill, the centering ball in front there. Trying to get to it. Franklin does get to it. The shot is just missed. Just rolls by the crease. A little bit off target there for Franklin. I don't think Rocchio could have gotten it. Just missed. What a look for the Panthers. What are they going to call here? A corner kick. So Franklin didn't get the goal, but they win the corner. 9:50 to go in the first half. Franklin 1, Attleboro no score. Here comes the insert right in front. The rebound, the shot. It's still loose. And is it in? It's a goal for Franklin. They got one in. It's 2-0. It's 2-0. It might have been Jakes, I'm not sure. Could have been Wyatt Herndon as well. I believe, let's give the goal unofficially to Wyatt Herndon. Heavy traffic in front. The goal comes at 9:40. Franklin has scored more goals in this game than they did in the first two games against this team. With 0-0 and 1-1, they've scored more goals than they did in the total of the two games. They only had one in those two games. Attleboro has only had one in those two games. But Franklin with 2 goals tonight. They lead it 2-0. 9:33 to go in the first half. Back over it comes to Mason Preve. Franklin with the lead now. Chipped forward, back over the head of Municello, but O'Leary sends it, but not all the way out. Kept in by Tikas. Franklin, Municello wins the ball to Jakes. Hansi for O'Neill. and an offside called against Franklin. With 8:57 to go here in the half. In the game now for Franklin is Gustavo Martinez. He's been injury plagued this year, but he's seeing some action. He has seen action in recent games, and he's out there right now. Did not start this game. Throw in coming for Attleboro. Free hit, rather, by Rocchio. He's going to drive one deep. Rocchio headed back by Scagliarini to Jakes. Hansi is going to go all the way through, and the goalkeeper was out in front, and he's going to gather it in and take it back towards his back line and pick it up there. With 8:16 to go in the half. Franklin 2, Attleboro no score. Rocchio with the boot. Comes forward, the battle for it there. Scagliarini in on it again. The leap. O'Leary comes through. A heavy shot is blocked. Player is down for Attleboro, and he's hurt, and that is Nicholas Tikas. Play on, and Rocchio will gather it in, and this will be a timeout, as they'll have to attend to Nicholas Tikas, the senior forward for Attleboro High School. He went down hard in that heavy collision, contested play in the Attleboro zone. 7:49 to go. Franklin 2. We believe the goals, hard to tell, but I think it was Michael Fernandez Martin and Wyatt Herndon, the 2 goals for Franklin. We know Jake's got 1 assist. So Franklin 2. Attleboro no score. Players still down. Take a look at some of the other playoff scenarios. The girls, if you were with us earlier today, they defeated Westford 6-0. They'll move on and play Algonquin here either Wednesday or Thursday, we believe. If it's Wednesday, it'll probably be a 6:30 game. If it's Thursday, I'm not sure what time the game would be. And limping off is Nicholas Tikas. Cannot put any weight down on that right leg, right ankle. Volleyball is playing right now. Franklin Volleyball is playing against Newton South, the number 7 seed. That's at Newton South. The last we heard in the first game, Newton South led 23-20. So that's a close game. Not sure how that first game ended. That's also on Franklin TV. Field hockey playing Wednesday. Football is out of the tournament. They lost, but they'll be playing at Natick on Thursday night. Play back in to midfield. Attleboro loses it. Back and forth we go. Attleboro takes it back. They start out on the right wing, and it's kicked out of bounds. And the ball will come back to Franklin on the throw-in. Under 7.5 to go in the first half. Franklin 2, Attleboro no score. Ball is loose and on the field on the right wing. Franklin charging with some space, carrying it through, stopping now. The centering pass, the shot in front. What a save by Rocchio. It almost squirted loose, but Rocchio gathers it in on the blast by Garrett Scagliarini. Rocchio's been great. Coach Basitis told us he was a great goalkeeper, and there was a great save by Rocchio. Beland has it for Attleboro over to Corvin Jimmy Thomas. What a figure he shows out on the field. He's huge. Kick back all the way to Rocchio. 6:36 to go. Whistle stops play. Not sure what the call is here. The referee this is Mike Gulla having a conversation. One of the players in on it is Ben Sullivan, the senior for Attleboro. So Gulla has his say. And it'll be Attleboro with the ball. Under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Long boot by Rocchio. Deep boot. Sullivan had it momentarily. This is Jakes with it for the Panthers, driving it upfield. Hustles up. Kicked out. Franklin will have the ball. 5:36 to go here in the first half. Pete Royce on the call. Chris Leverone producing the game for your viewing pleasure here tonight. Throw in coming for Franklin. They go low on the right wing for Bradley Herndon. Chips it. Coming through quickly. Wyatt Herndon back here. Nice work here. Coming in front. And the blast there. And the goal. Franklin makes it 3-0. The goal by Andrew O'Neill. O'Neill with a beautiful goal. Andrew O'Neill at 5:07 makes it 3-0 Panthers. Wow, who would have figured this? Goals were so hard to come by when these two teams met twice earlier this season. Franklin has put up 3 in the first half. 5:07 left. O'Neill scores it. And the kick back by Attleboro. This is Kyle Neuendorf, a sophomore. Sends one deep. Franklin tries to send away Gianni. He's going to get to it. Gianni Pasvawamfa. He settles it down. Protects the ball. Delays. Still controlling it. Gets it through 2 defenders, but not the third. And now it's controlled by big Coven Jimmy Thomas. What a huge figure he is on that field. And he took it back to Hagopian, who's a good player. Sinelli, though, blocks it. Sinelli gets it up in front. In the game now is Gustavo Martinez. This is O'Neill who just scored. O'Neill with another chance. He shoots in front and it rolls past the crease. O'Neill didn't have a good angle on it, and he sent it wide across the crease. He almost had 2 goals in the span of 1 minute and 7 seconds. No, 1 minute and 4 seconds. But it's wide. We're under 4 to go here in the half. Franklin 3-0. The winner moves on to the Sweet 16 against either Newton North or St. John's of Shrewsbury. Those 2 teams are playing, I believe, tonight. Newton North is the number 7 seed. Franklin is the 10 seed. So that would be at Newton North if Franklin holds on, and if Newton North defeats the 26th seed, the St. John's Pioneers. Last year, St. John's of Shrewsbury knocked off Franklin out of the tournament. 3:21 to go. Clock moving in the first half. Franklin 3, Attleboro no score. 46-degree night here in Franklin. Ball to midfield. And sent in by Joshua Codella. In front, Franklin is cleared there by Herndon. Bradley Herndon back to Koji Jimmy Thomas. Thomas controlling it. Draws a triple team. Thomas still controlling it. Gets the pass off. Now Gianni has it for Franklin. Back to Sinelli. The MVP in the Hawks sends one out to Gustavo Martinez. He chips it forward, looking for Gianni. Gianni does get to it, tips it to himself. Rocchio with the save as Gianni Pasvawamfa comes in on him. 2:28 to go in the first half. At 2 minutes, the clock will stop on the big Piscinic Stadium scoreboard. Will be controlled by the officials on the field. It's backed up by Sinelli. His shot is blocked. Sinelli comes back for it. Can't get to it, and now he does. Now he does with 2:09 left. Driven forward, but not all the way. Now Franklin gets control. Honekamp. 2 minutes to go here in the half. Hustling for it there is Brad Morin. Can't get to it. The throw in coming for Attleboro in the final 2 of the half. Bodies flying on the field. O'Leary goes down. Ball is going to go to Attleboro. Under 2 minutes left in the half. Throw in coming. No, it's going to be a free hit for Attleboro. A good look. They're going to have Rocchio come out from goal to take this hit. He's got the strong leg, looking to send it all the way down. Rocchio, here he comes. Drives it low. A one-hopper on the right wing blocked. Blocked there by Morin, who clears it to midfield and beyond. 1:10 left approximately in the first half. Rocchio again for Attleboro. Sends one high. Herndon heads it to Jimmy Thomas. Now controlled by the goal-scoring Andrew O'Neill. Out deep, Gustavo Martinez controls for O'Neill again. Andrew chips it back for Honekamp. Back to O'Neill. The give and go. O'Neill is blocked on the play and it goes out of bounds with about 40 seconds to go here in the half unofficially. 3-0. Franklin on top. Bradley Herndon with the throw in. Play stops for a moment. Sub coming in. Now the play continues on for Bradley Herndon. Goes near side. This is O'Neill. Andrew. He's tripped up. No call. Ball is still in play. Picked up by Attleboro. Headed by Sinelli. Covered by Garrett Scagliarini for Herndon. He chips it forward. O'Neill back in the middle. Scagliarini can't get to it and is taken by Attleboro to Hagopian. Luke behind the back he goes. Over to Corvin Jimmy Thomas. His ball goes in and is kicked out, but not out. It's saved there by Attleboro. They keep it in. Hagopian, time winding down here in the first half. He kicks it way backwards. That's going to eat precious seconds. Over to Jalen Beland. His kick is high. Kova Jimmy hits it. And a foul called on Kova Jimmy Thomas. Franklin will have the free kick. Sinelli will tee it up. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Sinelli sends one deep. Double whistle ends the first half. What a half of playoff soccer for Franklin. They score at 28-27. We think it was Michael Fernandez Martin. It might have been Wyatt Herndon. Then Wyatt Herndon, we believe, got the second goal at 9:40. The first goal at 28-27, made it 2-0. And then Andrew O'Neill with 5:07 left makes it 3-0 Panthers at halftime. And there we have it, the first 40 minutes, 40 more coming your way on Franklin TV. This is the round of 32. The winner moves on to the Sweet 16 against either Newton North or St. John's of Shrewsbury. We're going to take a break for about 9 minutes and come back with the exciting second half. Can Franklin make it a clean sweep on the Piscini Stadium turf as the girls won here earlier today 6-0 over Westford Academy? This is Pete Royce inviting you back in about 9 minutes for the start of the second half. You're watching exciting Franklin High soccer on Franklin TV. Your score at halftime, Franklin 3, Attleboro no score. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back to Varsity Stadium. Pete Royce with you, Chris Leverone alongside. We're at halftime. The round of 32. Franklin leads it 3-0 over Attleboro. Goals by Andrew O'Neill, I guess, gets the first goal, was in heavy traffic, assisted by Jakes and Kane. Second goal was actually an own goal. In other words, Attleboro hit it into their own goal. The closest one was Hansi Jakes. Will give the goal to him. The third goal was by Andrew O'Neill. Franklin leads at 3-0. As we're about to start the second 40 minutes of action here from Varsity Stadium. This is the round of 32. The winner will play the winner of Newton North versus St. John's of Shrewsbury. If Franklin wins and Newton North wins, the game will be played at Newton North. They're a higher seed. Franklin going from right to left across Udall here in the second half. This is the third game of the season between these two teams. 2 ties before today, but Franklin leads it 3-0. The previous game was 0-0 and 1-1. Franklin defeated Attleboro in the Hockomock standings by 1 point on the season. That's how close these two teams have been at it this year. But Franklin with a good start. Attleboro takes it back. Their first possession of the second half. This is Joshua Codella, and he loses it to Hansi Jakes. Jakes with the long throw in, and now the whistle stops play. They're going to redo this. The officials, Mike Gula and Drew Brownsword. Back to Owen Municello for Franklin. For Jakes. Hansi chips it for O'Neill, looking for his third goal of the game. Sends one high. Franklin can't keep it in. Foul called. A free positional hit coming up for the Panthers. Who's it going to be? Kane and Scagliarini are there. It's going to be Kane. Kane sends one in, right in front, all the way deep. It's headed out. And this is going to be a corner, I believe, coming up for the Panthers. It is a corner kick for Franklin. A good start for the Panthers here in the second half, and Noah Kane will have the honors to in-swing it. Kane from the far corner. Just underway here in the second half. Here comes Kane right in front. The ball is through, kicked around, headed out, and kept out now. Now Scagliarini goes on the shot. He can't get everything on it. He was falling as he shot. Ball back to Garrett Scagliarini. He'll drop it for Owen Municello. Back for Skag. Scagliarini tries to get through. He cannot. Kicked out beyond midfield and be covered by Bradley Herndon on the back line for Franklin. He sends one along the right sideline, kept in bounds. Franklin hustling for it. They win it. Herndon chips it over for Jakes. Can he get to it? No, it's blocked by Attleboro, and they send one deep and out of bounds. Franklin will have the throw in back. Played 2.5 minutes here in the second half. O'Leary for Sinelli. Rex drives one forward over the head of Kane. Kept in by Franklin at midfield. Honekamp back to O'Leary, who chips it forward. Headed the other way by Codella. Scagliarini in on the action. Herndon, Bradley on the right sideline is kept in bounds there by Jalen Beland. And Beland wins it over to Hagopian. Here comes Luke. That long throw in is deep. Back to O'Leary, who kicks it out of bounds. A throw in coming for Attleboro. Big Blue trailing at 3-0. Rockio has been immense. This is a save by Paxton Rosen. If you missed us earlier, the backup goalkeeper Perlman is sick today and will not play. So looking for Paxton Rosen to go the distance in net for Coach Fran Basitis. Back to midfield. Franklin controls it. Scagliarini for Jakes. Jakes in the left corner, chips it to himself. Jakes turns on the speed. Jakes centers the ball. It's coming through. Franklin still controls it. Scagliarini, he gets by a defender. Back on the left wing for O'Neill, looking for the hat trick. O'Neill centers the ball. It's through, in front. The shot and the score. The shot and the score. The centering ball by O'Neill. And Franklin makes it 4-0. Is this Andrew O'Neill for the hat trick? 4-0 Franklin. Beautiful passing by the Panthers. And they open up a 4-goal lead. No, the goal was by Wyatt Herndon. Wyatt Herndon gets the goal. Goal comes at 35:57. 4-0 Franklin. Play back in. Attleboro with it. Down by 4. Ball blocked and taken back by Franklin. Honekamp for Owen Municello. It's blocked. Owen will have it. Owen for Honekamp. Matthew drives through his sliding ball. He protects it though. Drops it back for Sean O'Leary. O'Leary unloads. Off the chest of O'Neill. Back to Kane. In front for Jakes. Jakes can't get to it. The shot on the right wing is too high and too deep for the Panther there. And it goes out of bounds. A goal kick coming for Attleboro. They trail it now 4-0. That shot was by Wyatt Herndon, who just got the goal. Goal kick for Rocchio. Drives it very deep. Municello for Scagliarini. Nice work upfield to Kane, looking for Jakes. Hansi on the left wing. Nice work. The centering ball by Jakes. It goes through everybody, and it's going to pass the end line. And a goal kick coming for Big Blue of Attleboro with 35:57 to go. Franklin in control, 4-0. Ball out near midfield. Going down hard was a Panther. They're going to give the ball to Franklin. That's a foul. It's a free kick for the Panthers. Another good look here coming for Franklin. Noah Kane drives one deep. All the way through for Jakes. Jakes tries to tip it, and it goes rolling in onto the waiting arms of Tyler Rocchio, their outstanding goalkeeper. But 4's gotten by him tonight. Way deep it goes. Municello gets over his head all the way back, and Municello boxes out. And there's going to be a card here, a yellow card. A yellow card against Attleboro. And going out will be Drew Ribeiro, the sophomore. A yellow card on Ribeiro. Municello played that well. Throw in coming for Attleboro now. Referee marks his scorebook with the scorecard with the foul on Ribeiro. Drew Ribeiro. Here's the throw in for Hagopian. He goes slow back to Hagopian. He's going to blast one on the far side. Gianni Pozvovenka back there for it. And it's going to be out of bounds. Franklin will have the goal kick. 33-13 left. Franklin 4, Attleboro no score. Not the type of game you anticipated. It was 0-0 in the first game, 1-1 in the second game between these two teams. Neuendorf back for Attleboro. They keep it in. Looking to get on the board for the first time tonight. Sinelli. See who they're going to call here. I think a goal kick coming for Franklin. Sinelli did a good job, the MVP of the Hawk. And they'll leave it for their good goalkeeper, Paxton Rosen, the senior. He'll tee it up. Played 7.5 minutes here in the second half. Rosen drives one to midfield. Michael Fernandez Martin had it. Back it comes. Honekamp. Attleboro takes it back. They're going to drive it deep, and Rosen will come out of his goal spot to haul it in. And he'll pick it up before just toying with the oncoming Attleboro players. He picks it up. He'll punt it away. Under 32 minutes left. A high punt by Rosen. Municello sends it forward but out of bounds before Scagliarini could get to it. Throw in coming for Big Blue. Headed back there by Municello for Scagliarini. O'Neill in front looking for Jakes. Over to Gianni. He can't control, and he does get the ball back. Gianni holding it. The centering ball is blocked by Attleboro. And here comes Big Blue with their visiting white and blue uniforms to midfield. They send it back. Franklin's Municello there for it. Chipped over by William Badger. He got the winning goal in their last game against Springfield Central to get them to this game, an overtime win over Springfield Central. On the right wing, Franklin closing fast. With it there is Clayton Tyler. Players go down, and another foul called against Attleboro. Tyler, with some good sportsmanship, helps Sean O'Leary up. 30-33 left in the game. Franklin 4, Attleboro no score. Franklin led at halftime 3-0. Here's Rosen for the kick. T-ball sends it high. It's like a punt. Headed back by Attleboro. They keep it in over to Corey Southier. Heavy traffic at midfield and a foul called. Attleboro commits the foul. Franklin with the free kick just inside midfield. Noah Kane will have it. Kane just goes low quickly to Owen Municello. Owen takes it up the left side for Garrett Scagliarini. His ball is kicked out of bounds by Attleboro. The Panthers will have the throw in on the near side. Municello. Kane for Gianni. Gianni maneuvering, and it's taken out and taken back by Attleboro. Blocked by Bradley Herndon. Herndon with that good speed. Attleboro takes it back, though, to midfield. Franklin there for the defense. Owen Municello. Municello. Back and forth we go. This is Noah Kane. Kane with the good footwork for Jakes. Jakes got a bad angle. Now he comes forward, chips it in front. The shot there, the save, the rebound, the save again by their great goalkeeper, Tyler Rocchio. Franklin worked it beautifully. Jakes didn't have the best angle going in, but he centered the ball beautifully. Headed back, and it's going to roll back here to Rosen, who will pick it up. We're under 29 minutes to go in the game. Rosen will pick it up just before a player was on him. Paxton Rosen will punt it. Rosen, a little bit off the side of his foot. Jakes, though, keeps it in. Jakes spins around with it. Gets the ball off a defender. Hansi will have the throw in, or the Panthers will. A surprising 4-0 outburst here by Franklin. Both coaches thought one goal might decide this game. It still may, but right now Franklin has the lead at 4. Chipped forward. Gianni hustling forward. It's controlled there, though, by Mason Preve. Gianni Pasva Kavamwa in on the play. Wins the ball for Franklin. They take it to the offensive third. Honekamp. Good footwork. Honekamp coming in, still charging through. Honekamp all the way. Now he loses it and is controlled by Attleboro to midfield, but Municello stops it for the Panthers. Back to Municello. Municello blasts his way through, and he's taken down hard. Taken down hard, and Franklin would just simply win the ball, but that was heavy contact. Throw in coming for the Panthers. And a sub coming for Coach Peter Pereira for Attleboro. 27:04 left in the game. Throw-in coming for Owen Municello. Municello, a senior, a back. He's going to throw it one hopper, rather on the direct line for Honekamp. Matthew, good footwork. Honekamp keeps it in play. The centering ball is blocked. It's loose in front. Franklin gets a leg on it, and now it's cleared. Cleared in front of the crease by Attleboro, but they're going to kick it out. Franklin will have it in the offensive third. We're under 26 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Honekamp, he showcased some nice skills. Herndon charges through. Bradley Herndon, he blasts one, the wicked one-hopper picked up by Rocchio. And he punts one deep, way down. It's going to go headed back over to Rosen. That's a smart play by O'Leary because the header allowed Rosen to pick the ball up. And there was charging oncoming traffic. Great play by Sean O'Leary. Rosen with a huge punt, high punt. Settles down beyond midfield. O'Leary sends it deep into the Attleboro zone. Backward kick by Attleboro. Attleboro controlling it nicely, and they start out. Good work here. This is a good-looking player there. I believe that was Hagopian. He's very talented. Franklin settles it down. Honekamp, he's looked good tonight. Back it goes to Michael Fernandez Martin. Out of bounds, and Franklin will give it up. Back to Attleboro with 25-12 left in the game. Throw-in coming for Big Blue. Long throw-in headed by Franklin. Coach Jimmy James just using his body to power through. Gets it over to Badger. And now it's sent back by Owen Municello. We've seen some big players on the field, but Coven Jimmy Thomas is one of the biggest players we've ever seen. Number 23 for Attleboro. And the Bombardiers win the toss. It's going to be Rocchio with the free kick at midfield. Tyler Rocchio sending it deep right in on goal. It gets through everybody, and Rosen makes the save and takes a heavy hit. A heavy hit with the oncoming Attleboro player. See if there's going to be any call on the play. Rosen went for the ball. It was a clean play. He went for the ball just as a Attleboro player was coming in on him. Heavy contact. The Attleboro player absorbed most of the contact. And Rosen came down with the ball, and there's going to be a stoppage here as the referee will give the ball to Rosen. The Attleboro player is okay. That was heavy contact, but Rosen did a great job making the play. They never did stop the clock, and Rosen will have it. He'll roll it out to Sean O'Leary from Municello. Owen played looking good. Now it's sent back. Honekamp tries to recapture it for Franklin, cannot. Now it's kicked back, and Attleboro will go all the way back from midfield to their goalkeeper out in front of the box. Rocchio drops it on the left wing. 4-0 Franklin with one goal here in this half, 3 in the first half, including one late goal. Here comes O'Neill. He's got 2 goals for Gianni. Gianni shoots, and he misses just in front. He holds his hands over his head. Gianni Pasva Kavamwa just wide on the left side. It could have made it 5-0. Goal kick coming for Attleboro. Attleboro had a preliminary game. Franklin had a bye. Attleboro defeated Springfield Central 2-1. Springfield Central was a very high seed. Coach Pereira said, well, we realized during the game that Springfield Central could play. We only won by 1, according to him, which is true. They won by 1, 2-1 in OT. In the game now for Franklin is Aiden Cedor. and he sends one that comes all the way through after Cedar had a hand in it. This is Rocchio. Back to midfield. William Badger III with the ball. Chips it forward. Nice little side kick. And Sinelli keeps it in bounds to Hagopian. Franklin double teams Neuendorf. Foul called, and Franklin will have the free hit. Franklin playing great. Sinelli up on the right wing quickly. And Franklin gets it over to Gianni. He holds. Still chips it forward in front. The shot there, it hits. It's a goal. It made it through. It made it through. It made it through for Franklin. It's 5-0, Franklin. I wasn't sure that went in. It did. 5-0. The score comes at 21-17. Franklin has exploded here tonight. I'm not positive who got that goal, however. Trying to see if we could figure out who it was. I think it might have been Gustavo Martinez. Let's give it to him unofficially. Gustavo Martinez at 21-17, 5-0 Franklin. What a game the Panthers have played here. Remember, Franklin hasn't played in a while. Their last game was October 26th. 11 games ago. Here's Sinelli. Scagliarini. Over, it goes to Brad Morin. Morin. Franklin sending it through. Scagliarini. Franklin steals it back. In on the play for Franklin, Gustavo Martinez. Ball comes whippling out towards the midfield strike, and Sinelli has it for Franklin. Sinelli holding, goes right side, baseline. Knocked out. Franklin will have it further upfield. Coming up on the midway point of the second half. Franklin 5, Attleboro no score. Huge crowd on hand. If you've come to a football game, it reminds me of a packed place for football. Not totally packed, but a lot of fans in the stands. And along the track as well. Huge crowd, one of the biggest we've seen. The ball rolls in off the side of the net and past the side of the goal, out of bounds. One of the biggest crowds we've seen in the last 8 years here tonight. So far, the home crowd has had a lot to cheer about. We're under 20 minutes to go. 5-0 Franklin. This is the round of 32. Herndon comes out for Coach Fran Basitis. Clock moving, 19:08 left. Rocchio with that strong left leg. Sent in there by Scagliarini for Morin. And they'll drop it back to their back line. And they'll go to their goalkeeper, Rocchio, who must kick it. He does. Strong kick. O'Leary. Gustavo, rather, it was Michael Fernandez-Martin with it. A whistle stops play. And the ball is going to go back to Franklin on the violation. Corey Souther didn't like the call, but Franklin's going to get a free positional hit. Good look for the Panthers coming up. Noah Kane and Scagliarini conversing. And it's going to be Kane who's going to take it. He goes to Scagliarini quickly. And no, they're going to call it back. too quickly, I guess. Oh, no, let's see. Some couple of players are, one is tying its shoe, one other player is on a knee. Catching a breather, I believe. Referee comes over to the player on the knee for the Panthers, wants to know if he's okay, and he's apparently hurt, and that is Gustavo Martinez. Now remember, he's nursed injuries this season, and Jen is going to come out, trainer Jen, and help him off. So that was the reason for the delay. Free hit coming for the Panthers. We're under 18 minutes to go. So Gustavo Martinez comes out. We have him with a goal here tonight. And Rocchio is going to come out. Tyler Rocchio is going to come out. And it's a new goalkeeper for Attleboro. It's either Keegan Gray or Jaden Ormandy. I can't get a number on them, but Tyler Rocchio perhaps has played his last game as a Big Blue player. Here's Scagliarini, goes deep, and the save is made by the newly inserted goalkeeper, who will come out. He's a right-legged kicker, unlike Rocchio, who was left. But he's got a strong kick. Cedar sends it back for Franklin. So Peter Pereira giving his goalkeeper the rest of the night off, apparently. He had some hugs going off the field. Did Tyler Rocchio could end a long and great career for their outstanding goalkeeper, Tyler Rocchio. So we play on with 17:05 left. Franklin trying to make it a clean sweep here on the Piscini Stadium turf. The girls defeated Westford Academy 6-0 earlier. Franklin leads the boys game 5-0. Double team and Attleboro steals it. Out in front, this is Hagopian. He's a smart player, chased back by Sinelli. Hagopian, Sinelli wins the ball. Sinelli booms it out of harm's way. Rex Sinelli plays strong on that. Here's the play back in. It's in front, and Rosen makes the save. Tell you can't let your guard down for a moment. Attleboro is a talented team. Here's Rosen. He's going to punt it away with under 17 left. Rosen with the short kick. Takes a bounce near midfield over the head. No, it's headed out by Morin. Morin charging through. Morin still heads it again. Morin wins the ball. Brad Morin. And now it goes off him. He's frustrated. He worked so hard for the ball, only to have it go off his body there. Kept in by Kane. Chipped forward for Aiden Cedar. Back to Kodajemi Thomas. He sends it but to the back of Noah Kane. Kane keeps it on the sideline. Tiptoes through. It's going to be Franklin with the ball. Under 16 minutes to go. Franklin with the lead. 5-0. Sean O'Leary. Hesitation move back to Kane. Kane all the way back to Paxton Rosen. He must kick it, and he does low for Kane. The middle of the field, Noah Kane. Hesitation move. Kicks it forward to midfield, and Attleboro will send it all the way back to their backup goalkeeper. I believe it's either Ormandy or Gray. In the game now is Jonas Marks, or Marquez. We're under 15 minutes left. What a performance by the Panthers after the long layoff. Some 11 days. They've showed no signs of rust. Here's Attleboro. Can't cross midfield with it. And they send it back to Mason Preve. Preve, the freshman midfielder. Back to Preve. Nowhere to go with it. He's got to go back to his goalkeeper. to midfield and blasted back there by Sinelli. Franklin tries to send away Morin. Here comes Brad Morin. He holds. Morin, a little feed pass. It's blocked by Attleboro and taken back by Big Blue. Blue gets it to midfield. Aiden Cedar stops it for Franklin. To Sean O'Leary. Ahead for Kane, who stops it perfectly and is going to roll all the way back to Rosen, who must kick it. And he does low to the middle of the field for Brad Morin, who's hustled all over the field. Aiden Cedar. 13:30 left. O'Leary gets it to midfield. Scagliarini to Honekamp. Matthew drives one forward. It's blocked. A lot of spin on the ball. It's headed back by Attleboro. Blocked by Gianni. Blocked again by Gianni. And he helps win it over to Scagliarini. To Matt Honekamp. He chips one forward looking for Morin. Morin gets it off his face. And now it's going to be cleared out for Attleboro. And here comes Big Blue. Aiden Cedar stops it. For Morin, back to Cedar. He chips it forward. Cedar with good speed. He hustles for it. This could be, just sent in the corner. They were running out of room, but Attleboro went for the sideline to avoid the corner. It'll be a throw-in in the offensive zone for Franklin with 12:40 left here in the game. Volleyball was playing tonight. Field hockey plays Wednesday. Girls soccer won today. They'll play again probably Thursday against Algonquin here at Piscini Stadium. It depends what Franklin will, if Franklin wins, it depends who wins the other matchup tonight as to where that next game will be played. The Sweet 16 looking good for the Panthers now with 12:09 left in this one. They lead it 5-0. Scagliarini. Stolen by Attleboro. They got space. In front, blocked by Kane. Beautiful play by Kane for Honekamp. Back out for Cedar. Coach Basitis has gone to a bench, and all the players have been ready when they've come in. A sign of heads-up coaching, having everybody alert. Franklin drives it forward again. Now taken back by Big Blue of Attleboro. Here comes Thomas. Chips it forward, blocked by O'Leary. Changes the direction on it. O'Leary comes back for it, and he's going to be in a battle for it. He boxes out beautifully and still wins the ball, and they play on. Beautiful play by Sean O'Leary. He'll be on the basketball hardwood with Hansi Jakes in not too long of a future, maybe in about 3 or 4 weeks. 11:02 left in this soccer game, however. 5-0 Franklin. And subbing in, coming out is Sean O'Leary. He's played hard. He's played well. A couple of subs for Attleboro as well. They'll have the throw in on the near side. We're under 10:45 left. Throw in coming here for Christopher Anton Angeli. He throws it deep and high. Saved there, and Kane clears it for Franklin, but not all the way out. Kept in, chipped in forward by Beland. Franklin takes it back. Michael Fernandez-Martin for Morin. Brad Morin hustling up. The ball gets behind him and taken back by Attleboro. To midfield. Little side tip. Stolen beautifully by Honekamp. Matthew with some space. Matthew holding. Flips around. A 360. Chips it in front. But Panther now gets to it. Chipped in front. Coming through and an offside called against the Panthers. But good hustle play by Franklin. Good passing. Intended for Michael Fernandez-Martin. He was offside with 9:46 left. Kick is deep. Headed back by Honekamp. Now on the right side comes Chris Espinal Amaya. Michael Fernandez-Martin goes in front. In the game now for Franklin is Jason Proenka. Ball is out deep. Attleboro controls off a Panther. Throw in coming on the far side for Attleboro. We're under 10 minutes to go in the game. Hagopian. Luke Hagopian. He's also a senior. So Attleboro will lose two talented players in their goalkeeper, Rocchio, and their excellent player, midfielder, Luke Hagopian. Kane. Noah Kane. Franklin will lose a lot of seniors, but they have more on their mind than that. They want to have a deep run in this year's playoffs. They're off to a great start tonight with 8:43 to go. Ball is all the way in and is going to be controlled by either Gray or Ormandy. In goal, as Rocchio has been given the rest of the night off. Goal kick. Franklin takes it back to midfield. This is Honekamp. Matthew leaves it for Noah Kane. Calmly over to Aiden Seedor. Honekamp back to Kane. Franklin having fun. Kane circles back, drops it out deep for Jake Lorenzo, who's in the game. It's going to come back to Rosen, who has to kick it. And he's go short side right for Sinelli. 8 minutes to go in the game. Rex Sinelli booms one on the right sideline. That's going to stay in bounds. No, it rolls out of bounds to the Franklin bench. 7:45 to go. Franklin looking for a shutout. They've had 12 shutouts, 10 wins, and 2 ties on their shutouts. In other words, 2 games were 0-0. The rest were Franklin wins on the shutouts. 10 of them. Attleboro also 10 shutout wins and 1 shutout tie. That's how close these 2 games teams were coming into today. But you wouldn't know it the way the Panthers have dominated this game. From start to finish, really. Jonas Marquez for Attleboro. 7:05 to go. Ball is kicked out by Sinelli. Just goes past Espinal Amaya. Matthew Honekamp. Excellent skills by Honekamp for Kane. Kane, he got to be careful. He wasn't seeing a player coming up. And he loses the ball. No, they're going to give it to the Panthers. Okay. They're going to give it to Franklin. Aiden Seedor. 3 subs coming in for Franklin. Rex Sinelli goes out. Matt Honekamp goes out. And Noah Kane goes out. In the game now for Franklin is, we'll check the roster on that. I see a player whose name I didn't have on the initial roster. See if we can identify the player for Franklin. Also in the game now for Franklin is Colby Cooper. In front, the charge and the nice save there by the goalkeeper for Attleboro. We believe that's either Ormandy or Gray. So Franklin goes back on defense to midfield. And they have it. Now taken back by Attleboro. Under 5:30 right now left in the game. Ball eludes a big blue player. That was Clayton Tyler to midfield and beyond. And the ball goes to the Franklin bench. A throw-in coming with 5:17 to go in the game. Franklin 5, Attleboro 0. It's the nightcap. Franklin girls won the first game 6-0 over Westford. And they're in the Sweet 16. Foul called on Attleboro. Franklin will have it with 5 minutes to go in the game. The clock is stopped on the field. It's controlled by the officials. Mike Gulla and Drew Brownsword. Rosen will come up for the free kick. Free positional kick just inside the 40. Here's Rosen. He's going to drive it real deep, right in front. Headed out by Attleboro. Controlled now by Jonas Marcus. Franklin player goes down hard. Franklin wins the ball. Another free hit. Coming for the Panthers. We're in the final 5. The subs are in the game for Franklin. Some good playoff experience here in the last 5 minutes for the Panthers. They're looking to move to the Sweet 16. The long driving kick comes in on goal. And the save, a beauty. Well, we saw Rockio being dominant. Gray and either Normandy have been just as good. Kick out for Cedar for Franklin. Colby Cooper towards it, controlled by Attleboro. Unofficially, about 4 minutes to go in the game. Also in the game for Franklin right now is Stephen Lee. Ball rolls up. Kicked out of there by their goalkeeper. Kicked in bounds. Chipped forward towards midfield. Franklin in on it. They win the ball. Back out to midfield. Franklin with the throw in, unofficially about 3 minutes to go in the game. Hope you've been enjoying this one. Franklin with a tremendous performance out here on the turf today. Cedar positions it, saves it. With it on the play was Stephen Lee. In front, chip forward. Intended for Michael Fernandez Martin. Back it comes to Stephen Lee. Lee for Brad Morin. Morin in heavy traffic takes a bump and now a stronger bump and is knocked out. He took a big hit by Christopher Anton Angeli. About 2.5 to go in the game. Morin centers the ball, is too strong. It rolls past everybody. And Attleboro battling for it. And let's see, they're going to have a corner. Franklin wins the corner here. And they'll take it. A corner kick. About 2 minutes to go in the game. Corner coming for Franklin. In front we see Moore and we see Cedar. We see Colby Cooper. Here's the kick coming in. It's headed out by Attleboro. Kept in by Franklin. Now it eludes the Panther. And Big Blue comes charging upfield with some space. Blocked there. Messing up the play momentarily was Jake Lorenzo. Franklin sends it forward on the right wing. They keep it in bounds, charging up there, chipping it forward in front. A little side kick coming in, and it's going to be, I think, another corner for Franklin. 2 quick corners for the Panthers. We're in the final 2 minutes of play. Corner kick coming for Franklin. Left-footed boot coming up. Here it is, right in front. It's in front. The goalkeeper comes charging out with it. And he'll punt it away. Drives it, but only to a Panther. With it is Jake Lorenzo. Lorenzo back to Attleboro. And it goes off Stephen Lee. Rolls back, and Rosen will have the save. Or, yeah, it'll be a save right in on goal. Rosen. Franklin sends Lorenzo away for a moment. Ball kept in by Attleboro. They're charging through, looking for their first goal of the game. Can Franklin complete the shutout? It'll be their 13th shutout win if they get it. Long driving kick headed back by Attleboro to midfield. About a minute to go in the game or less. Hustling for it is Attleboro. They win the ball. They send one in, and Rosen will come out and make the save. Paxton Rosen has been perfect in goal for the Panthers in terms of not letting anything go through. Franklin looking for their 11th shutout win, 13th overall shutout if you count the 2 0-0 ties. The double whistle, and Franklin gets the shutout. And they move on to the Sweet 16. The Panthers out to greet their goalkeeper, Paxton Rosen. Franklin wins it 5-0 over Attleboro, a team that was so tough in the earlier contests against them. 0-0 and 1-1. Today, 5-0. Franklin wins it. Franklin with 3 goals in the first half, we believe, by Andrew O'Neill, Hansi Jakes, Andrew O'Neill, and then the second half, Wyatt Herndon and Gustavo Martinez. Those are all unofficial tallies. We hope you enjoyed our doubleheader here today. Franklin girls took the opener 6-0 over Westward. They win the Sweet 16. They'll play against Algonquin. And for the Panthers, they'll wait to see the winner of today's game between Newton North, I believe that's tonight, and St. John's of Shrewsbury. If Newton North wins, they'll host the game because they're a 7 seed. Franklin is a 10. If St. John's wins, St. John's will come here to Piscini Stadium. Well, we'd like to thank you for tuning in. It's been a great doubleheader here on Franklin TV. We'd like to thank our producer and our director, our technologist for Game 2, Chris Liverone. For Game 1, Melissa Marchese. This is Pete Roy saying so long from Piscini Stadium. The final scores here today. Franklin in the girls' game, 6. Westford Academy, no score. In the second game, Franklin, 5, and Attleboro, 0. Till next time, so long, neighbors.